Hello everyone. Today our topic is tables. I have already said in the previous video that we are going to start our image tag, but I thought that let us complete the tables so that we can add some more features into that, and also the images also we will be able to add in the tables. So that's why first we will finish the tables, then we will move on for the image. So now we will start tables. What is table? This is a table. So if anyone will ask you the definition, so you have to say that table is a combination of rows and column. What is row? The horizontal things are called as row and the vertical arrangements are called as column. So this where I have written name, class, section, roll number, this is complete a row. This is also a row. This is also a row, and these are columns. These are columns. So let's start and let us see that how to create this kind of table. So for creating the table, we need a tag called table. So we will explore this thing and we are going to add this thing in our table. Means that will be a student table where we are going to add these details like name of the student and then class, section, roll number. So let's find out. So these are the basic things which I already require, that's why I have written here. So I am writing here table. So table is the tag which is used to create a table in HTML, and also we have one closing tag, that is slash table. Now before starting the table, let me show you that this diagram again. Here I have given one heading, that is tables in HTML, and after that I have written this thing. These are the field names, name, class, section and roll number. These are the field names and these are the data. So the heading which I provided, that I will write under the caption. Here the individual field name I will write under the table header, and this data I will write under the table data or under any table row. This is the table row. These are the individual table row. Under that we will have the table data. These are the table data. So what I have said, this one is the caption. This one we will write under the caption. This one we will write in different table header, and this will be under the table row, and under the table row there will be different table data. So let us move on and try to create the table. So I have started the table here and I am mentioning here caption. Caption I have mentioned, and in the caption I am mentioning that student data. I have mentioned here student data under the caption, and I have to close the caption as well. So I close the caption. So I will save this. I will come back to my page which I have created. This is my page. Refreshing, you will see that it's showing at the top that caption. Now let us explore it a little bit more. Means we have provided the caption already. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create the table structure, and already I have said that table is divided in rows and column. So first we are going to give the headings. So heading will come under the tag called as th, table header. Under that suppose I have written name, so this is a table heading. I have to close. This is table heading. Okay, and actually table heading means this one. So this is our table heading. So this one we can write under the table header. So let us find it out and let us write that. Under the table header we can write different headings. So let me show you. So I have written here name, then I am writing in the next line I am including another table header, and here I am mentioning class. And I am just closing it, table header. In this way I have to mention different table headers which I want to use. So here suppose table header, then roll number, then /th, and let us think name, class and roll number. Let it be like that. So I have created the table header and I have closed it as well. Now I am going to create the data under the table. I am going to insert the data under the table. So I have said already that the table will be a combination of rows and column. So first this row I will start, I will enter different data under that, then I will finish the row and I will start another new row. In this way I will proceed. So first we will start a new row. So table row stands for table row, the short form is tr, means the tag is tr. So given here tr, under that I am writing td, because I have said that td means table data. Td, under that I am writing Amit Kumar, and I am closing it /td, and so on. So first data I have entered. Now next data is what? Class. So I am writing here td, under that write class. Then I will close that by /td. Next our data is roll number. So I am mentioning here td roll. And if you want to create this one, because I am creating depending on this, if you want to create depending on this one, you can also create. Then you have to add one more th here. That th will be section, and you have to close it by /th. And here also accordingly you have to enter that. So td, here I have to mention the class. I have already given the heading. So class, suppose say for example class 10, and here section, suppose section A, and I am closing it by /td. Next I am giving another td for writing the roll numbers. Suppose the roll number is 15. So /td. So this is our first row of the table. So as the first row is already finished, you have to close it by /tr, and we are going to save it, and I am just going to my page and refreshing it. You will see that now the table is coming in this format. So this is the name, this is class, this is section, this is roll number. But check it here that we don't have any line here, but we can enclose it. How to give it I will show you later. So one data I have already entered. Let me enter another data. So next data I am just copying this one and pasting here. So just the name I will change. Here here it will be Amrita. Suppose Amrita Kumari, class suppose 11, section A of section science, roll number is 20. Done. I'm just copying it. Already it is copied, so I'm just pasting it here again. And now I'm writing another name. Suppose Pritam Maji. Pritam Maji. Class, let it be class 10 and section is B. And writing here as roll number 30. Next, I am writing here another name, Priya Sharma. Priya Sharma. Let it be class 9 and section A, roll number 15. Let it be like that. So I entered all the data and I am going to save this. I will come to my page. I will refresh it. You will see that the data is coming in a tabular format. So this is the table caption. These are the table header where name, class, section, roll number is mentioned. These are the table header and these are the table data. And what I have said that first I have to start a row, which I did here already. You can see first I have started the row. Under the row I have given the different data of the table like this name, class, section, roll number. Similarly, I closed the tr, then I have started another new row and there I have entered this row complete. So in this way I have to move on, I have to carry on in this way. So this is the way how we can create the table. Now suppose we want to give the border of the table. So what you have to write? Border is the attribute of the table. So where you have started the table, like here I have started the table, here only I have to mention border equals to under double quotation, suppose I am mentioning 5. I am going to save this, coming back, refresh, you will see that the border is coming. What is this 5? 5 is the thickness. So you can also change it to 1 and save it, come back, refresh. You will see that the thickness is reduced. So this is how you can give the border. So the actual tag is border table under the border. Under that you have to write border. See here I have mentioned table, under that border I have mentioned. So border equals to, you have to give the proper border thickness. So here I can give 1, I can give 5, I can increase it, I can decrease it. As per your choice you have to use. So border we have seen. Now suppose you want to give the border color. So what you have to do? Here you have to write border color equals to, under double quotation I am mentioning suppose red. Now going to file, save it, come back, refresh. You will see that the border color is coming in red color. So this way we can modify the table. So we can give the border color, we can change the like we can give the border, we can give the border color we can apply anything. And here the text color, remember the text color is actually the color of the body. Here you can see that the body color I have mentioned as yellow, the body text color I have mentioned as yellow, that's why these are coming in yellow. But you can change it here in the body, so the color will also be changed. So this is how you can create a table. You can give the border of the table, you can add caption, you can change the color of the border. This is the process. Now let me show you another thing. This was the first basic program when there was no border. After that, we have just included the border and it was looking like this. And border color, here I have mentioned yellow. In the program I have mentioned it is red. So you can use according to your choice. And here you can see that I have used the caption properly, I have used the table header properly, I have given the border also. So this is the table content. Now while we are exploring the table, we should know about these things. What are these? Number one is cell padding, second is cell spacing, and third one is height and the width. What is cell padding? Cell padding means the space between the cell wall and the cell content. Means here this one Amit Kumar is written. So the gap between this wall and the content is called as cell padding. Means Amit Kumar and this wall will be in how much distance, that will be called as cell padding. You can increase it, you can decrease it. And next one is cell spacing. Now what is cell spacing? What is cell spacing? Cell spacing means the space between the cells. Means here you can see that in our table, if we will move back, you can see that here this is one cell. Let me increase it. Okay, see, this is one cell. This Amit Kumar is in one cell and this class 10 is in one cell. So if we want to increase the gap between these two, that will be called as cell spacing. So, and height and width I will also show you. So let me come to my program now. So now we are going to add here the cell padding. So I'm writing here cell padding equals to, I'm writing here suppose 20 or I'm writing here 10. I'm going to file and clicking on save, come back and refresh. So sorry, I have mentioned it under the body tab, so it will not be under the body tab, it will be here under the table tab. So I have written here cell padding equals to 10. I am going to file and clicking on save, coming back, refresh. You will see that the gap between the cell and the cell content is increased. You can set it to 20, you can set it to 5, you can set it to anything. Any digit you can apply. So it's in point, it's in pixels. So you can set it to anything. Like suppose I am changing it to 20. Going to file, clicking on save, coming back, refresh. You will see that the space is increased a little bit more. In this way we can work with the cell padding. Now come to the cell spacing. So cell padding means, I think you have understood, that it means the gap between the content of the cell and the cell wall. Now suppose we want to increase the cell spacing, means the gap between two cells. So I have to write cell spacing equals to, under double quotation you have to mention that how much cell spacing you want. Suppose I want 5. So I am going to file, clicking on save, coming back, refresh. You will see that the gap between the cell is increased now. This is the gap. If I will increase it little bit, let me show you. So I am increasing it to 10. Now look at here how it is looking like. I am going to file, clicking on save, and refresh it, but before that just have a close look how it is looking like. I am just refreshing it. See, the space is increased. So this is the difference between cell spacing and cell padding. Often this question is asked that what is the difference between cell padding and cell spacing. You have to say this answer. So cell padding and cell spacing we have already seen. We can also change the table width and the height as per our choice. So here I will write height equals to, suppose I am writing height equals to, suppose I am writing 20 or 50. Height equals to 50 under the quotation, and I am also mentioning that width equals to, after that I have to give space, and width equals to, under double quotation I have to mention, suppose same thing I am giving 50. So you see that the height and the width of the table will also be increased. So refreshing it, see the height and the width is changed. So this is how we can work with the table. Hope it's clear. And inside the table, if we want to change the font and anything, then we have to use the font tag separately. How to use the font tag I have not shown you till now. I'll show it in future videos. So that's all. Today we have learned how to create a table, how to give the border of the table, how to create the cell spacing, how to create cell padding, what is table caption, what is table height, table header, and what is table row, table data. These all we have learned. So see you in the next video.